Things are about to get pretty deep, huh? Let's talk about identity. I got tagged by Chapter DJ to do the identity theme, and I have my handy dandy list here. I tend to think because I have so many interests and I've done so many things with what I value that I have a very, very developed identity. I have defined a lot of labels for myself. The first one on here is freshwater fisherman. I'm really big on nature, so fishing out in the wilderness and just being present in the natural world is something that is really, really cool. Scientist and observer of the natural world. I actually did an outdoor research project in high school where I experimented with how to attract certain fish species off of their beds with certain lures. But being an observer of the natural world, trying to understand the natural world, what goes along with that too is just being a natural observer of the universe and just trying to make an effort to understand. I'm a nerd fighter. I discovered the Vlogbrothers and I want to decrease world suck. I did the project for awesome. I'm a student of life. I'm a learner. I'm a thinker. I'm a connector. I really enjoy learning and creating. And I think it's always important to be a student of life, no matter what you're doing, to always be willing to learn and to create and to just want to know more about the world. I'm a writer of journals and stories, and I'm a writer of leadership images. I have my, over there on the shelf, I've got my, 10 journals over there with different themed ideas. I'm a mindful observer of things. There's more of a spiritual sense to things that I enjoy. Just observing, being aware, being mindful of things that I do. I've read a lot of books on wisdom, mindful awareness of what's happening in the current moment. It's probably the psychology part of me that wants to understand that. I'm a reader of personal growth books and stories and enjoy reading. How can you not enjoy reading? Personal growth books that I've read, The Art of Possibility, Jeff Olson's The Slight Edge, Carol Dweck's Growth Mindset. I'm a gamer. I have a PS3, an Xbox, and a GameCube over here. There's a Wii over in that room. I started out with a Nintendo 64. I enjoy the stories in games, and I enjoy the teamwork and cooperation that comes with specific games online, that you get to work with people and you get to be creative and be imaginative and just do all the things. Such a focus on ideas and stories and teamwork is really what makes gaming such a magnetic thing to me. Oh, I'm really big into youth leadership. I'm a youth leader. I see myself as that as well. I've done stuff with communities and I've done nationwide projects. I've created leadership conferences over the past couple years as being a state officer in the Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, right here. That's been a part of my life since 2007. That's a long time. As a youth leader, I just teach people about life skills and I teach youth about perspective and character, leadership, service, me with my Gemini hands. I see myself as a vlogger, of a person that wants to remember experiences, that wants to create, that wants to connect with people on YouTube, that wants to share ideas and share inspiration and share thought-provoking questions and thought-provoking perspectives. I've been vlogging my life since 2005, and fishing footage, family vacations, just funny moments, things worth remembering. If life is worth living, it's definitely worth remembering, and that means it's definitely worth recording. Sucking the memorability out of life and remembering things so I can constantly keep myself inspired by my own work, which is pretty cool when you can inspire yourself and when you can inspire other people as well. Along with being a youth leader, I see myself as a teacher of teamwork. I did the kids television show with Move It with WSKG in New York, and that was basically a teacher of healthy life skills, of thinking and eating right and exercising and just being an all-around well-rounded person when it comes to understanding how to take care of yourself, how to connect with other people, to teach all of you through YouTube, to share things, to connect with people, to be authentic. Next label I have on here is self-leadership nut. I'm really into thinking, making sure that you're thinking about good things, and just leading yourself well. I did book club and philosophy club in high school, and that label basically shows that I like reading about wisdom and thinking about ideas and discussing things and having conversations and thinking deep and freely thinking out loud with people. What is wisdom? Is it experience? Is it knowledge? What is all this that's happening up here in my brain? The world's greatest computer. I see myself as a photographer. I take a lot of pictures of fishing experiences and I share stuff on Tumblr and Twitter and Facebook. I take pictures of Kodak moments when it's right, like when it feels right to pull out the camera and you're like, wow, I should take a picture of this. It's being creative, it's connecting with people's ideas, it's seeing life in a specific perspective and sharing that. I see myself as a play buddy and a pet owner. The first dog I really enjoyed was a black lab and Shar-Pei mix. I can throw a picture of him right here if you want to see what he looks like. That's what he looks like. And I see myself as a pet owner that takes responsibility and is interested in just the relationship that we have with creatures of the planet and how we're related to them and how they're completely different from us and any type of animal we could possibly have in our midst. that makes sense. And in addition to everything else, I'm also a son, a brother, a cousin, you know, an adversary to people. I like to think of myself as an adversary, as somebody that challenges people, but challenges them to learn. And last but not least, I am an avid music listener and vocal jazz singer. I did chorale and jazz choir in high school, and I still sing in choir at the community college. It's fun to sing because it's synergy. Did I just spit? Creating music with your voice and a cappella music, I enjoy that. 40s and soundtrack music and awe-inspiring music and game music and vocal jazz and choral music, and it's such a synergistic thing when you all work together to sing and to create these noises harmoniously. It's just fascinating to me. As you can see, there are really a lot of labels that we define ourselves to kind of give us a complex understanding of who we are and telling our own story. Our ability to understand what makes us human is really how complex the self is that we create. We don't come with a self, we create it. And by defining all these labels for yourself, you realize how much value you have to offer. That's what's really important about identity. We define the labels. We give our labels meaning. Truly, only you have the power to define your own labels. It's other people that can sometimes blur that line. But what's fascinating sometimes is it's other people that give our accomplishments and labels meaning. The value that we give out gets determined by the people that sort of receive it, and that can be a pretty scary and deceiving thing. So if you're watching, you can make an identity video too. I didn't really think about anybody to tag with this. Maybe I'll just put them in the description below. That's my identity. It will probably never get simpler. It will probably continue to be as complex as I define myself. So thanks to Donna for tagging me. Keep creating an awesome self. Think about identity. What labels do you define that either you give yourself or that you notice other people give you? Because honestly, out of the 20 or so I just put down right here, there are probably an infinite number of more that define me. But what do you think? Let me know down in my diaphragm. And don't forget to be awesome. Like how I can see my smile in the camera. It's like my smile is smiling back at me.